Todd, just your thoughts on the Devin Smith injury and what it means for him and what it means for the position.
He's out a couple weeks, obviously, anywhere from 4 to 6, as they say. Hopefully he comes back sooner than that. But it gives the other guys opportunities to play, And these type of things happen. It was a freak accident. We try to get him back as fast as we can, but we want him to be healthy. But the other guys, it gives us a chance to take a good look at him.
How did you feel the first day in pads went?
Efficiency-wise, I thought the offense did a pretty good job, especially blocking and not having any turnovers. Obviously, the penalties, but they were 2 downfield, but they didn't have any false starts. And, basically I thought they showed up to play. I thought the defense wore down. Some of the guys probably were running and working out indoors in the summer, and they got wore down. So overall, assignment-wise, everybody knew what they was doing. Intensity-wise, I thought they wore down. Hopefully we'll be a little better tomorrow.
Todd, what were your impressions of D his first day out there on team periods?
He showed up and made a play, so I noticed him. So that was the biggest thing. But the fact to see him out there and healthy and not blowing any mental assignments was a good thing. So, hopefully he continues that.
Did he look ginger at all? He didn't to us.
I didn't see him look ginger at all.
Todd, really been working on a lot of things, but I noticed that Rivas hasn't really been matched up on Marshall. Is that?
Well, they're playing left and right now. We're not game planning or anything. Marshall's typically the X, which lines up on the right side. Rivas is the left corner. It's not a matchup deal other than one-on-one stuff. They kind of line up on offense how they line up. We line up how we line up on defense.
When you get into the season with Rivas, will you use him on the one receiver, on the number one receiver, like he's been used in the past?
We'll have games when we do that. It all depends on the other matchups as well. It'll be game plan specifics as we get into, but then it's how we match up with the tight end, how we match up with the backs, how we match up with the other receivers. So all that'll be relative as we go.
Todd, with Jason Morrow, what do you see as his next step in his progression now entering his second year?
Well, the second-year player, hopefully he comes back and, becomes a better pro. As a rookie, I don't think you get to catch it all. Your second year, you kind of get an idea. Jace is working really hard on his blocking. He's done some good things in the passing game yesterday. You just want to see continued progress.
Were you able to draw any conclusions about Willie, or even like how he looked physically?
Physically, he looks healthy. I didn't take a good look at him. I wasn't concentrating on him the whole time, but I saw him in individual drill and everything else. He looked like he was moving around. He sounded like he was having fun, so that'll be good to see. I'll take a look at the film.
I realize it's the first day in pads, but is there anything you didn't like in particular?
I mean, you're never satisfied. You don't do anything right the first day in pads. You're just happy nobody got hurt. So I'll look at the film and I'll check it out. I thought we wore down. We got to get in better shape.
Todd, getting back to the right guard, do you feel like you want to take the whole camp to the whole preseason to decide on a starter, or would you like to do it sooner rather than later?
I think I'll sit down and concentrate on it. Once I know enough guys got enough reps at it, I'll sit down and take a look at it. Some of them get the zone block, some of them get the power block, some of them get the pass block. And as soon as they each have enough reps and they have some quality competition out there and they got enough reps to make a judgment call, you make it.
Anything you can draw from the fact that neither of your primary quarterbacks has thrown a pick through 3 days, or is that sort of too early?
Don't jinx me. Don't jinx.
Too early to get excited?
Don't say anything.
Coach, talk about Owusu. Chris Owusu, he seems to have made a lot of plays. He's looking pretty good. What's your...
He's a steady player. He's one of them guys that flies under the radar, but he's smart, he's steady, he's more deceptive, he's quicker than you think. He's always in the right place, and the guy, he's young. He just needs a chance to play, and he made some plays today. He made some yesterday. He's getting a chance to do that.
Philosophically, Todd, with the training camp practices now that you can hit, where do you kind of draw that line with players of being aggressive but not stepping over the line and kind of hurting teammates and that kind of thing?
I mean, you draw it on the tackling and you draw it on the hitting the receivers, catching the ball downfield, but blocking-wise and thudding up somebody in the hole when you have a chance, that's all pretty much live.
Todd, Devin Smith, has he been released from the hospital? Do you know? Do you know what his...
Not at this time. He wasn't before practice, no.
Is there something other than fractured ribs that would warrant him staying in the hospital this long?
No, I don't think so. I think they just, with the medicine, they're trying to give it a chance to heal, and they're erring on the side of precaution rather than just letting them go.
You don't want to see anyone get injured, Todd. The training camp is even worse when it's a rookie who, obviously he's raw coming out of college and needs the reps.
No, it's not any worse as if it's a rookie. You don't see nobody get hurt, regardless of whether it was Devin or a guy that's played 5, 6, 7 years.
How realistic is it, Todd, that he can make a contribution in the regular season early, given that he's going to miss all this time?
Oh, it's too early to tell. I wish I was more of a doctor or rib specialist. Some people heal differently depending on the meds they give him and how he reacts. I think I'll get a better feel in a couple weeks as it goes on. Maybe not the 4 to 6 weeks, but I'll have a better feel in about 2 to 3.
The fact that he's missing all of camp when you're working stuff, obviously he can read the playbook and things like that. How much will that limit his development, if at all?
I mean, it'll slow it down some. I think he'll catch up pretty quickly once he gets healthy. That's the main thing. He was getting a good grasp of it the past couple of days. Obviously, he studied over the summer. Before he left, he was making a lot of mistakes. When he came back the last 2 days, I thought he was pretty good. So slow him down some, but he'll have to catch up, and he'll get up to speed. It won't be right away, but he'll get up to speed.
Besides Dean, who are some guys that stood out tonight?
I don't think anybody stood out. Offensively, I thought the offensive line did a good job not busting any assignments and getting on their blocks.
Todd, will you be rotating, now that Willie's back, will you be rotating those 3 guys, Willie and Winters and Willie?
Yeah, all those guys will get a bunch of reps.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about Ibushi? Is he in the mix?
He's in the mix as well.
So it's those 4 guys?
It's those 4. Ajalana will even get some reps in there. There's about 4 or 5 guys that'll get some reps. So we'll see who's moving the pile. We'll see who's pass protecting. We'll see who's consistent enough to be put in that spot.
Do you anticipate, Todd, that you'd be rotating throughout the preseason, or can you make a definitive determination at that position earlier than the end of the preseason?
I can make it earlier than the end of the preseason.
Like 2 games in or something like that? Or?
Possibly, if everybody's healthy. We'll see how it goes. You'll see a lot in practice, so if all goes well, 2 would probably be 3 games in. The 3rd game typically is when you game plan and you get a better look at guys. Some guys will play against top-notch guys. Some guys will play against backup, so it may not be as evenly as possible. So you got to sit back and look at everything.
Any update or any nuance?
No new updates.
When you got this job, you probably had some of your mentors tell you that no matter how much you plan, there's always unexpected stuff that pops up. So after 3 days, you had the Sheldon situation come out of the blue, and then you lost your 2nd round pick. Is this kind of what do you think, stuff you can't anticipate? It's not the easiest start for training.
No, it's not. I mean, I got a full flux of it in Arizona the past 2 years, with Darryl Washington the 1st year and the 2nd year, and losing a lot of guys on offense and defense as well as 2 quarterbacks. So, these are things you adjust with. That's why you got to make sure everybody on the roster is ready to play. So when you keep a guy, you just don't keep him and expect him to sit on the sideline. He better know what he's doing.
Todd, do you anticipate some of these? I know it's only been like 1 real practice, but Bryce seems to be having some of his challenges. Is that kind of par for the course? Is that what you guys expected?
Yeah, he's a rookie. He's going to have some challenges. He's anxious, and, his upper body's moving slower than his lower body. He's a little anxious with his feet, but he'll calm down. I'm not worried about that. The first day he's a little gun happy and gun ho, but he'll calm down and he'll put the ball in the right place.
How will you manage the running back reps now that the pads are on? You can just evaluate them a little bit more. Is there anyone that you feel like you don't need to look at as much as the other ones, or will it kind of be split even the reps there?
It'll be split. I don't know if it'll be all even, but they'll be close to even. We'll take a look at all of them. I want to see them all.
Todd, are you a believer that you can have a 3-down back, or is that not feasible in this day and age?
You can have a 3-down back. It's all a matter of how much endurance he has. You want to give him a spell. You don't want him to wear down. Sometimes backs, you go a 10, 12, 15 play drive, and they're in there every snap. They may fumble that play 10 or 12 because you haven't given them a break. So right now, if you got backs that can do specialty things and give those guys a break, you put them in there.
How about the guys that you specifically have? Is it possible that one of these guys could emerge as a 3-down guy?
It's possible, but I'm still going to spell them because I'm going to try to keep everybody fresh for the whole season.